Hold up.
Hey guys, it is Tristan with Nerdouts Newsstand, and we are going to talk a little bit about DC Fandome. I want to give my initial reaction and go over some of the stuff that they covered, but I am going to go full in-depth to this tomorrow when I have my live stream at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It should be interesting. There is so much to go over, so I want to do it in a bigger sense, but let's start off with what was the first, and I actually thought they were going heavy at the beginning, and then I was like, wait, they've got that Batman trailer. They're going to wait till the end to drop it, and that's exactly what they did. So, Black Adam, we got our first little glimpse. Now, when it comes to this, we've been waiting for a long time. I was a little disappointed to not see anything from Dr. Fate. I am looking forward to seeing both him and Cyclone. Honestly, the whole movie looks really great. I was really surprised at how it looked. Now, we got like the first 30 seconds of the movie, and I am wondering if we are going to get the introduction of Isis and Osiris. I told you guys a long time ago I thought that would happen, and it does seem to be heading that way, and I love it. I absolutely love it. I love Isis as a character. She's so underutilized, but it looks like we might get our Isis. So then next we had the Flash, and we got a little teaser for that. We got Ezra Miller basically having two different Ezra Millers, and then we saw Supergirl, and then we saw a glimpse from the Batman, and of course they did not spoil that they are going to have the Batmobile from 1989, so I'm excited for it. Definitely not the best of the best, but they did just stop shooting. So we got Aquaman, an animated Aquaman, which is available now on HBO Max. I am curious. I probably will check it out. Obviously it's not made for me, and I'm totally okay with that because I'm not a huge fan of that Cal art style, right? It's not kind of my favorite. But the movie, they did some behind the scenes for it, and it does look like they were really trying hard to avoid putting Amber Heard in many of the shots. We saw a lot of Orm and Black Manta, and of course Arthur, but we only got two very, very brief glimpses of Amber Heard, and I was totally okay with that. Looks like they're trying to distance themselves. And even when it was going on, I went into the chat just out of curiosity, and everyone was like, fire Amber Heard, fire Amber Heard. So it was a nice little nudge there, right? So as far as what we had next was the Milestone, and the Milestone Compendium is available for pre-order. Me and Bianca talked about this the other morning. I could not believe 1,300 pages is only going to be $60. I am shocked. I'm definitely pre-ordering that. But they did get the announcement of Brandon Thompson is working on, or Thomas, I'm sorry, 2 animated movies, right? So it does look, they didn't say which. Now, of course, I'm almost sure they're going to go with Icon and Rocket and Static. But they are working on 2 animated movies, and we also are getting this Milestone initiative working to bring in new artists and new writers, and I thought that was kind of cool. So I'm excited. I love, and Blood Syndicate. Of course, we can't forget Blood Syndicate is getting coming to the comics in 2022. Yeah, I like the Milestone universe. I like the Dakotaverse. I'm excited to see what they do with it. Now, one of the best parts, come on now, probably very close to the top of the best, was Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League. That animation is so beautiful. Harley Quinn, a freaking 10. A 10 out of 0. She looked amazing. I love it so much. It looks like it's going to be very interesting, right? The Suicide Squad obviously going to kill the Justice League, no pun intended, because they've been taken over by Brainiac. So it looks like it's going to be very interesting, and it looked like that. Oh, Rocksteady did such a good job. I know it's an unpopular opinion to have, but out of the Arkham series, Arkham Knight will always be my favorite, and it is so crisp and clean. Oh, I love it. So we also got an idea about the Peacemaker. Like I said, I'm going over these very quickly. I apologize. Peacemaker looks awesome. It's coming in January. I'm definitely going to be reviewing it. It looks fun. I love James Gunn work. I think he does a fantastic job. He's funny when he needs to be funny. He's a little over the top and goofy, but he also knows how to do a redemption arc, which looks like that may be exactly what we're looking at when it comes to this. So we got a little bit from Jim Lee when it came to the War World Saga, promising this is going to be the biggest thing since the death of Superman. Now, this is written by Philip Kennedy Johnson, and War World Rising has been okay. The stuff he did before that was personally better in my opinion. So I don't think that is going to be the biggest thing since the death of Superman, but I do think it's going to be a big event. We also got a little bit of news on, it's not really news. That had been in the news all week about John Kent becoming the Earth Superman and a new slogan for a new time: truth, justice, and a better tomorrow. I like it. I think it's cute. I really do. So we then get a little bit from the Super Pets. Looks very cute. I love the Super Pets. Come on. Everybody loves a good Super Pet story. So I'm glad about that. One thing I was a little disappointed in, and I'll tell you right away, was how we got the look at, I believe it's Jennifer Christie as Lucifer in The Sandman. I've been, kind of praising this series on how it did with the first look and what we got through the way of the different pictures that they released. And this, I was just like, whoa, what? What? Okay. All right, sure. Maybe it'll be better in live action. Maybe. But we got a little bit of Blue Beetle, and we got to see the actor that is going to play Jaime Reyes. I think it's going to be good, of course. Now, I've talked about this before, but I really hope they get a Ted Kord. That's my hope with all of that. As far as publishing goes, we did get two big announcements. One is that Gene Luen Yang in 2022 is going to bring a, I believe, 12-issue miniseries about the Monkey Prince. And if you remember, he was introduced in the anthology for the Festival of Heroes. He was a good character. He was funny. I am curious to see how that goes. I'll definitely check it out. And then we got Trial of the Amazons. And that is kind of what we've been leading up to with Wonder Woman returning to Earth. Hippolyta, off with the Justice League, Nubia as queen, and Yara kind of in the mix. I guess you could say just in the mix, right? So we're going to get the Trial of the Amazons. Now, towards the end, there was a lot of Jim Lee looking at a picture with a bunch of beeps. I have no idea what it means. Absolutely none whatsoever. But I wonder if it has something to do with the upcoming crisis in DC Comics, because I want to go back through that picture, and I will before my stream tomorrow, and we'll talk about it. But they were talking about Crisis on Infinite Earths. It was kind of a homage to that. But there was a lot of different pieces. So I really want to kind of put my Batman skills to use and actually, look through it. Now, Gotham Knights is the first that is coming before Justice League or Suicide Squad kills the Justice League. This looked fantastic. It didn't look quite as high quality as the other, but it did look good. I am curious how they are going to do. Obviously, in Gotham Knights, Bruce Wayne is dead, and so is Alfred. So it is the kids kind of on their own, right? So we've got 4 different players to choose from. You've got Jason Todd, Barbara Gordon, Tim Drake, and Nightwing, right? So I don't know if they're all going to get their own individual story arcs and have the big bad be the Court of Owls, but it is so cool to see the Talons. It is so cool to see the Court of Owls in a video game. Like, honestly, that is one of my favorite runs, right? Scott Snyder is fantastic with these characters, and Greg Capullo's art. I absolutely love this run. It's really weird to me that we're already seeing it we saw it in Gotham a little bit in the show, right? But to see it in a video game, to see it in this, animated mode, I love it. I absolutely think it is going to be awesome. We also got the announcement of some new animated movies. Now, they did show a little bit of Catwoman Hunted. It comes out February 8th. I don't know how I feel about this one yet. I would be curious to see what you guys think. It looks very much so like they're really going for that younger anime crowd. And that's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. It just doesn't look like it is something that, even as a huge Catwoman fan, top 3 characters of mine ever. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to wait and see. But they did announce Constantine House of Mystery, Teen Titans Go, and DC Superhero Girls, Mayhem and the Multiverse, Green Lanterns Beware the Power, and Battle of the Super Sons. Now, I know some of you guys are super big fans of Super Sons, so I'm hoping that this is something that people are interested in. I wish we would have got a Batgirls title. I've said this all along. But Battle of the Super Sons, I am here for it. I know it is going to be made for kids, and I will be watching because I don't care. I am excited. Same with Bat Wheels. Another thing that they talked about there, is it made for me, right? Doesn't mean I'm not going to check it out. Oh, God, that's a little bit sad and a little bit weird. All in the same time, all mixed up. Now, I am excited also for Harley Quinn animated show, right? Finally returning for season 3. I love it. She was I love Kaylee Cuoco as her voice. I like her as an actress anyway. But to have her come on, she was like, hey gals, girls, theys, and gays. Oh, she's so cute. But they also did talk, I guess, both Titans is getting a 4th season. That's a miracle. We witnessed a miracle today. Titans is getting a 4th season, and also Doom Patrol is too, even though I am so far behind on that. They did talk a little bit about Batman Caped Crusader. I am excited to see that. I think it has some serious talent behind it. And obviously with Bruce Timm, you're getting that reminiscence of the animated series. So I'm definitely excited. Now, two properties that I don't necessarily know about, and I'm kind of on the wait and see fence with, is DMZ, who has Rosario Dawson, and I love her. Like, ever since she was in Rent, she's one of my favorite actresses, and then her in Clerks. Like, she's so cute. I love her. I don't know if this is something that I'll necessarily enjoy. I liked the comics, but it wasn't great. Like, it was like, okay, all right, I just read that. Yep, that was that. But actually, even more than that, Naomi, I'm also on the fence about. I like Naomi as a character. The original comic was actually pretty good. The 12-issue, I believe it was 12-issue miniseries by Bendis and Walker. That was good. It was good. What I've seen of her in the Justice League has also kind of added to her character, and it's been decently done, and it feels a little bit like line skipping, right? We've got these great characters that have been around for years and years and years. If you want to do something, use those characters, use Vixen, use Philibus. But you know what? I'll give it a chance. I'll check it out. I think that is Ava DuVernay that is doing that. And I'm also not a huge fan of hers. So we'll see. We'll see, right? So they also had a little behind the scenes of Shazam Fury of the Gods. And they are using original characters for the villains. And it's Lucy Liu and I believe Helen Mirren. And Helen Mirren, like, she's so sweet looking, yet she's going to be this big bad. I'm hoping they're going to be able to make it believable. But I really do like that movie. The first movie is probably, I don't know, I would say it's probably one of the best DC movies ever made. That and Joker. You know, it's fantastic. It's wonderful. You know, even at Christmas time, you can watch it any time of the year, but it's such a good Christmas movie. So I think this one will be good too. I really don't have a whole lot of doubt. So, oh boy. Now, the big kind of thing here everyone is talking about. Well, everyone's talking about everything, but the Batman. We got our trailer for the Batman. This was like an official trailer after the movie's done. Last year they did like that trailer where it was only a quarter of the way done, right? So I love the way the Riddler looks. I love the Riddler in general. And I think the Riddler brings out a good part of Batman and Bruce Wayne that we don't necessarily always see. Batman always has this tech or these gadgets, or he can throw money at something. But when it comes to the Riddler, and maybe a couple other characters, Victor Zsasz. There's a couple of them. He really has to use his detective skills and hone in, and not only use his detective skills, but use the intelligence that sometimes writers forget Bruce Wayne has, right? He's one of the smartest men in the DCU, yet he rarely is seen that way. I love this trailer. I think it is going to be very year one-ish. I know they mentioned that. I am curious how they are going to do Selina. It almost felt like they were going by way of making her a sex worker, and I'm curious if they're going to keep that element in or not. But it did feel like she was nearly an equal in that, and I love it. Actually, the way that her name, I forget her name right now. Plays Selina. Oh my God, Zoe Kravitz. I'm sorry. Beautiful woman. She really has that like almost feminine straw jawline that Selina, needs. The hair short. My new girl crush. It was Ratcatcher too, but now it is Zoe Kravitz. She looked fantastic. And everything we've seen from that, even the brutality, the idea of Robert Pattinson first being introduced as Batman was something I was not for. Not at all. And now I'm like, yeah, I'm totally into this. Yeah, I need this movie, and I need to watch it right now. One thing I did miss that I thought was kind of cool is a new mobile game that they're doing, DC Heroes and Villains. I'm not sure exactly when it comes out, but I may do like a gameplay video if you guys are interested. I think it looks cool. The graphics look cool. I'm not a big mobile gamer. I don't actually have any games on my phone. None whatsoever. But this could be the first. So I am curious on your thoughts on this. I know I went through it extremely fast, but that's because this whole video you've listened to is secretly just a commercial for my live stream tomorrow, and I got you. No, I'm just kidding. I'm super impressed. Take away everything. This was a great fandom. They did a great job just like they did last year. I wish they would have had a few more focal points on the comics, but they did do what they could, right? The comics aren't the big sellers at this. The big sellers are those movies, those merchandise, those animated universes. So I understand it. I just wish we'd have got a little bit more. But even so, we're going to talk about it more tomorrow. I will put the link to my live stream in the pinned comment so you guys can do the whole set reminder thing, right? Because that's what you're going to do right after you leave this video, right? Okay. All right. Let me know, of course, your guys' favorite part of fandom, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.